Lawin Media Network,
bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good evening and welcome back to the BizTalk. It's another episode and we have great guests for you tonight. My name is Bobby Reyes.
And I am Tess Tuason. Magandang umaga po sa mga nanonood sa atin dyan sa Pilipinas.
And good evening to everybody here.
In Texas.
So,
and
yeah,
so
we found
globally
out-
too.
Yeah, it's global. So we need to learn more ways to greet good evening and good morning.
But we can do that next
We'll learn how to do it next time.
next time.
So we're hoping everybody has been doing well since our last episode. And we are here again to bring you one of our local businesses that we're going to learn about in a few minutes. So we want to talk about some of our past events. We had a very major event.
Recently, the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce did an entrepreneur boot camp held at the consulate here in Houston,
Mhm.
and it was attended by
At least
about
100,
70.
over 100.
Yeah,
At least 100 people were there. So we sponsored it. The Philippine American Chamber of Commerce Texas sponsored the Entrepreneur Boot Camp in partnership with the Philippine Consulate General in Houston. So we had the event at the consulate, and we had representatives from all 5 regions of PACCTX, from Dallas, here in Houston, San Antonio, Rio Grande Valley, and our newest region, Austin. Our baby region, Austin. And we had great speakers. It was a very great day to learn about actually starting a business. Started by our first speaker was attorney Eileen Ligot Dizon, who spoke about the different types of corporations, from single proprietorships to LLCs. I'm trying to remember what
Yeah.
you talked about, corporations and professional corporations.
And then we had Scott Lewinter and Jordan Draper from Greenway Insurance talked about business insurance.
Yeah, all different types.
Yep. And then we also had our very own attorney Gary Ilagan, who discussed business immigration.
And I did not know there was all those different types of business visas available.
Yes.
Entrepreneur visas and business visas. And so he also discussed all the different qualifications on how you can qualify for those visas. And so we have pictures showing on screen right now of the event. The event was also covered by Lawin News. And incidentally, this show is produced by
Yes.
Lawin Media Network and sponsored by PACCTX. And if you want to see more, go to Lawin News and we'll see if we can post the website link for their website later. So
And
you can read.
another one of the speakers was Daniel Liu.
He was not able to make it. Daniel Liu from the Small Business Associate, no, not Associate, Small
SBS.
Business Administration. He was not able to make it, but he did provide materials for small businesses on how they can get loans. And so this event was actually good for people who already have existing businesses or who want to start their own business, because this is a boot camp meaning, hey, you learn all about all the different ways of opening a business. And so
And without having to reinvent the wheel.
Yes.
We already have all the people who can help you start your business.
Yeah.
So networking with PACC really helps a lot.
yeah,
And
I like-
our members are really enjoying that that PACC does a lot to help them out
Yes.
to
And
be successful.
I like the way they did that lunch, because normally when you have lunch, you just break and you just continue after lunch. It was a work in a way. It
It's
was
a
a
working
lunch, because while we were eating, we were discussing. We had a facilitator that provided basic questions, so each person was given a chance to talk about their business, and essentially what's going well and what's not going well.
Yes.
And everybody actually helped with
There was
their
no-
experiences.
There was no dead time.
No, it was an action-packed day.
It was exciting. And
And we're going to have a second one. We're going to have another entrepreneur boot camp sometime in November. And so when the information is available, we will make it. We will show it on our websites and our Facebook pages.
yes.
And the best thing is these events are free. We provide these business supportive events for free because we're able to get our sponsors.
Sponsors and those who really believe in what PACC does to the members and partners.
Yeah, and so there was also a homework of sorts. They had a business plan competition, so we need to follow up and see what happened with that, and we'll provide information when that becomes available.
And it would be exciting to learn of the outcome
Yes,
during the
yes.
next boot camp.
Yeah, the next
So-
boot camp is going to be in Dallas.
Yeah,
At least that much we know. It's going to be in Dallas.
So we're giving you a heads up. Those who want to join us in Dallas,
Mhm.
we will see you in November.
So talking about our guest, I'm actually interested to find out about hospice care. Not that we need it yet, right? We're okay.
We're getting there, but it's good to know about hospice care and really learn from the experts.
Yes,
'Cause
and
we only know a little bit about hospice care, and it's like an end of life thing, but
yeah,
there's so much more to that.
and it's not
And-
the same as nursing homes or assisted living. So hopefully we can discuss the differences between them. So we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will be introducing our two special guests for tonight.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
And we're back.
And now we have our guests from
Amor Hospice Care. We have Connie Baldueza and Maureen Ramos. And so we're going to let you introduce yourself. So let our viewers know who you are. And essentially, we actually like to find out what you were doing in the Philippines. Talk about that, or what happened when you came to the U.S. It's essentially the way we do this is so people will understand all the struggles and what we all had to go through. So who wants to go first?
I can start. Yeah. My name is Maureen Ramos. I've been in the United States since 1997, actually.
Oh.
So it's been a while. I'm currently the administrative director of nursing in one of the level 1 trauma center here in Houston, as well as the director of patient care services for Amor Hospice. So
you're a nurse,
I am a nurse. Yes,
And-
I've been a
and-
nurse since 2009.
and you went to school in the Philippines?
No, actually, I went to school in California, San Francisco. So nursing is actually my second degree.
Okay.
My first degree is computer informatics system
Okay.
with a minor in business administration. And then when I was pregnant with my first child, I was thinking, should I go back to school to get my master's degree? And then my husband, Lee, said, no, 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 I think you should go back to school for as a nurse. So back then I was like, a nurse? Why would I become a nurse? So I decided to take one class, which was anatomy and physiology.
Mhm.
And then that was it. That was the beginning of my nursing career. I
And
guess.
this was in San Francisco.
San Francisco. Yeah, and yeah,
You lived in San Francisco.
That is my original hometown.
Bay Area, Alameda. Yeah, so I lived there for about 15 years before I moved here in Houston.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're
Now I'm here.
a high-level nursing administrator.
Yes, I just got that promotion about 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, bring pride to the Filipinos.
One and only Filipino
Yeah, there you
executive
go.
in Harry's Health.
See?
Oh, good for
I'm
you.
proud of.
Yes.
And Connie?
Oh, my name is Connie Baldueza, and we knew each other since high school. So
Wow.
we're both Polinians, and she came
Polinians
here,
in Manila?
St. Paul, Quezon City.
Oh,
And then I started like since kinder till college, same St. Paul, Quezon City too.
so you knew each other back in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
way back.
And then you met up
in.
in San Francisco.
Yes, we met again in San Francisco. So I came here like 2005.
Mhm.
I started as the lowest of the low babysitter, and then we just worked our way up. Like me and Maureen, we've been through a lot of struggles in California.
So, what made you move from San Francisco to Houston?
Me, her husband. Her husband texted me, OS, California is shutting down back in April 2020.
Oh, during the
He-
pandemic.
Mhm. He texted me, March of 2020, he texted me 6 times, as California is shutting down. And then I said, okay, I woke up my husband, that was 10 in the morning, Friday, I said, JC, get up, get a U-Haul right now. We're moving to Houston right now. In 15, like not even 10 minutes, everything's like, my mind's already set. We're moving right now.
Mind you, I've been trying to convince her to move since maybe 2008.
So, Lee is the responsible person who brought you all together.
Exactly.
Now we know who to blame.
But guess what? Who wants to go back to San Francisco? It's Lee.
He always wanted it there because all the outdoor activities that he wants is in San Francisco.
So okay. So let's ask Connie. So what kind of work were you doing before you moved to Houston?
I've been doing hospice since 2015
Okay.
in California. So I've been working with hospice for almost 10 years now.
Okay.
More than 10 years. And it's been like, I didn't know that I'm going to be in this field ever because I was doing babysitting and then caregiving.
Mhm.
And then, in California, we were struggling. I'm working as an assembler at like medical device company,
Mhm.
and then became a research and development technician, and then became a quality assurance specialist. And then doing 3 jobs at the same time because, recession, and California has a very high living standard. So you have to meet, you have to have 3 jobs at the, to meet everything, all the expenses. And then my first away, I got my mom blessed me with financial help,
Mhm.
and then that's where I was able to start with a care home facility. And then this amount of money I was able to turn it into this, and then sold it, and then started the hospice
Mhm.
company, from
So you already owned a hospice care facility in San Francisco?
yes.
Yeah.
That's a big feat. See, you were saying she's the first Filipino here. Yeah, I think what we'll find out, what we do know is all of us Filipinos, we have a common start when we came to the US. We all had to start from the bottom.
Yeah, we even I have to tell Maureen, okay, shut up. I'll just do all the talking. We'll be asking for help.
Yeah.
And then she was pregnant, and then we're carrying her other daughter, her firstborn, and then we'll say, her husband left her, and then she moved in with me. And then,
So they had a script of a sad story to get them
yeah, just to get relief,
sympathy. Yeah.
Mhm.
because that time it was recession.
Yeah, yeah.
2008.
Yeah.
2008.
That's the reason I moved to Houston, is because
See,
the Great Recession in 2008 for me.
2008, yeah, I remember that.
That's the
first
So
I
with-
graduated, and then
with
there was no
everything
job.
that you go through just to make it through,
because she was a student.
it makes you stronger and more resilient and kaya ko to.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
It just makes you appreciate the little things, right? The simple
Yeah,
things.
yeah. So you were not working as a nurse yet,
No,
That time, no. She was a student.
I was a student.
and you were working together in the.
I wasn't working at all.
We're the only person working in that apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment, is Lee, her husband.
So Lee was killing
got-
all of us.
I got laid off. Of course, we collect a disability. Unemployment.
Unemployment, yes.
And then me and my husband got laid off. The
The
company.
same day.
The-
The
yeah.
same day.
Oh my God. Lee called me and said, "Connie, I have to tell you something." I said, "What is it?" And then he said, I tried to do everything I can, but he was crying. And then of course I started crying too, because I knew where it was going. Because at that time when he called me, I said, "Is that true?" Because our company is just shutting down just now.
So we can laugh
just
about it
announced.
now, but
Yeah,
I
but
bet
back
you
then, I'm
during
sure it
that
was-
time,
It was
that
terrible day.
Traumatic back then.
2 weeks I wasn't talking to anyone, even my husband. I just wake up, like cook what I can cook, get what I can get, and then suddenly they're just moving in, and then Lee decided to just leave their apartment and move in with us so they can help us with the expenses,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Man, that is true friendship. Yeah.
And right now and then Lee said, "Oh, it's good to stay here at your place because at least I'm going to use a good shampoo because Maureen is so cheap." Everything, we're laughing about everything right now. Yeah.
No, but like I was saying, we all had to go through that.
Yeah.
You go to the thrift
hardship.
store, you
Yeah.
go to the dollar store just
Yeah.
to buy. But you know what? Hard work. Look where we are now,
Mhm.
right? So it's actually
Nothing beats hard work. And now we're blessed.
Yes.
Especially you guys.
You always thank for everything that we have right
Yeah.
now. Try to extend it to everyone as much as we can.
yeah. So okay, so anything else you want to add about your personal lives? I learned quite a few things right now. Maybe
It's
we
gonna
need,
take up the entire
Yeah.
episode.
no, I
It's
think we
pretty
need,
long for both of
now I'm
us.
thinking maybe we need to bring Lee in here and we'll have to
Sometime.
hear his story. But it seems like, what's the
Oh,
Tagalog word?
wait, you know what?
Sili
What's
ang
the reason?
pasimuno, ganun ba yun?
You know what's the reason of him texting me 6 times?
Yeah.
He changed network and then keep pressing
Send.
send because
And
it
it
was
won't
unsent. And then suddenly he didn't mean it like to send it 6 times. And then I
Oh.
freaked out. But then it turned out good. I'm here.
Oh, you thought it was an emergency,
Yeah.
and it turned out to be a wrong send.
Yes. Uh-huh.
But it's like, the way I like to look at all these things is it seems like there's a plan. You never know what's going to happen, but
Yeah.
look
Oh,
how
yeah.
it all turned out.
Yeah, I'm a big
You know?
believer. Things happen for a reason.
Yeah, and look, we all
Yeah.
met.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We've known each other, and I met Connie when you first moved here. I
Yes.
remember.
That was Noe's birthday when we just moved here. That was his, I don't know, birthday. What
Yeah,
he-
yeah. I think it was 20.
And then I thought you were like a celebrity, remember? And I said, no,
How did that happen?
Lee,
Should I tell the story?
I said,
It's
Lee, I
actually-
want a picture with that guy because he looks like a celebrity. Really.
Galing ka ba?
And I remember because Lee was waving at me from the other table, and I came by. She wants to meet you, and I'm like, who? And then that's where I met you.
Mhm.
But see, that was what, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and I have come to learn that Lee did the right thing by asking her to come over because the two of you and Lee and your husband JC, you four are a powerhouse. I see how hard you work. I see how you started Amor Hospice Care from the beginning. I remember I brought my car to Lee for repair, and he said, "Hey, just wanted you to know we're planning to put up a hospice care. So I knew back then that there was the idea that you were planning to do it. But look where you are now. And so we're so proud of you. So, okay, let's take a break. And then when we come back, we will talk about Amor Hospice Care.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lon sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
And I told you, it happened quickly. So we're back. We're continuing our conversations with Connie and Maureen.
Our fun conversation it is.
Yeah, and we have a comment from Margarita Trong. She's our region chair. I am watching. Good job.
Thank you.
And
Hi,
Brandon.
Brandon.
We know Brandon. Brandon Barrera. Hello, sir. So
Yeah.
Brandon is an NP. Is he at Methodist?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
He visits our patients for us.
Oh.
For, like our patients that's needing doctor visit or nurse practitioner visit.
Okay, because he's a nurse practitioner. And
Yes.
I know Noe also helps you with that. So we need to bring Noe next time.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Amor. Okay, what made you decide? I know I already said that you already had the idea. What made you decide to open a hospice care?
It is actually Connie.
Yeah, that's the only thing like for me that I can do from like ground zero to like where we're at right now.
So you wanted to expand on what you already know. So
Because the only like the best thing to work with is the one that you know that you already mastered.
Yeah.
And I told Maureen, let's do this because at some point I'm gonna do it. And if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it with someone who I want to work with.
Right.
Well, when
And
she
I
first
trust.
started it, she actually called me, the very first company.
Mhm.
She called me when she was in San Francisco. I was here in Texas already. And she asked me, I'm going to start a hospice. Do you want to start with me? At that time, I said, I don't feel it was right for me to start the business with her because I was living in Houston and she was in California, and it wasn't fair because that means she'll do all the work.
that's right.
And she keeps telling me, "Oh no, you'll fly here every weekend." I was like, I said, "What money we're gonna use to fly every weekend?" But I was really, I think again, I'm a big believer of things happen for a reason. She went through with the plan on her own, which I'm very proud of her because not having any clinical background, not having experience to run a company, she was able to manage it. So
She's got the grit.
yes,
Yeah, so you built on your strength. You already knew how to run a
Yeah, I
hospice care
remember.
facility.
The very first hospice, our consultant, which is our family friend, who helped me start a hospice in California, told me, okay, we have 3 days for you to learn everything. I said, what? 3 days? Like without knowing nothing, like I didn't know anything about hospice. So, because our survey with Medicare was coming up the next week, the following week. So she told me, like, you have to learn everything in 3 days. So she was going through everything. I said, okay, I think I'll just go with whatever is the question, then I'll just go with it. Because anyway, you have your policy and procedure, you have the book, as long as you you don't need to tell them the answer right up front. You can tell them, wait, I can refer to the book and then go from there. And then that's when I started learning one step at a time. I already stopped using a consultant and just read the book because every answer is there. So
Because I remember talking to you when you were starting Amor, and we were talking about the process. And I was going to ask, so is it different putting up a hospice care facility in California compared to here?
it's the same because it's controlled
It's
by
federal, right?
Yes, it's Medicare who funds our patients for hospice care. So everything is federal. So it's the same ruling. But of course, here in Texas, there are different laws that we have to follow aside from the federal rule. So we just have to learn it.
So do you have to get another license to operate in Texas
Yes,
aside
ma'am.
from what you already have in
Yes,
California?
and actually, it's better here in Texas because, like in California, like anyone could just open. Here, it's more regulated.
It's controlled.
That you have, like if you want to start, you have to study. Like there's a study that you have to complete and then take the test in the end. And that's every year you have to take the administrator class. You have to keep renewing it's like an administrator license with the state.
Okay, so who are the owners of Amor?
So us four, Lee, Maureen, myself, and my husband.
See, friendships, deep friendships from long ago.
And who coined the name Amor?
Oh goodness.
Me.
There's a backstory to that.
Oh well,
Well, other than love.
We want to know. Amor is love.
Well, other than love, there really is a backstory.
Well, I'm really fan of telenovela.
Here we go.
And Amor Powers.
That was the only Filipino telenovela that I watched.
That's why my son is named after Jericho Rosales.
It's from that telenovela.
Oh, okay.
That's
right.
We're learning so many things here.
Is the son of Amor Powers.
But it started from it started with A, right? Amor is A. So Connie wants to be A because if you get listed in any of the directory, it starts with letter A. So we're like, it's either we use our initials together or maybe something else. And it boils down to it has to be an A. So that way we're first in the registry.
Right.
And then it makes sense. Amor is love.
Yeah, but if you used your initials, none of you have A's.
It's all consonants. So
Yes.
J, C, M, and L.
We just want to be first in line. That's it.
So Amor.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and you, all of you, put together this company, started it from the ground up, and then you got your joint commission certification too. That is no mean feat. I know how difficult those are.
Yes. So there are three accrediting bodies that you can use: ACHC, CHAP, and Joint Commission. A lot of people telling me, why do you want Joint Commission? They're so hard. ACHC is the easiest one. Why don't you go for it? I said, I'm used to Joint Commission because that's where I was trained with my first mentor from California. So I kept the same standard even here in California because it's the same. As long as you follow the rules, then you should not go wrong. So it's the same.
Yeah, and I was there when you opened your first office,
Yeah.
and now you moved to a larger office.
Yes.
So I've seen you guys start, and I'm so proud of where
Actually,
you
the
are
first
now.
office is actually the kitchen.
Yeah, it's bigger than this. I mean, smaller than this. It's a small room.
Yeah.
Our very first office.
Okay, so
See? You start from small to
400 square feet.
no, I like to think of it as a controlled expansion. You don't want to grow too big too quickly because then you get into trouble that way.
Yes.
From our entrepreneur bootcamp, we learn businesses have
Slowly.
you have to take it slowly, and they don't. If they don't survive after 5 years, it's not going to happen. But you already are in your 5th year, aren't you? So
going strong.
Yes.
And by the way, Elizabeth down the street works for you sometimes, right?
Now works for me. Like, actually, yes. Sometimes, like she gives us sends us patients because I think in the spring area she has a care home facility that she managed, and she only had one patient before with us, and when she saw then she started sending patients our way.
Good.
Because when she compared, she even worked for another hospice, but then she tried to utilize us because of the service that we provide.
And so, okay, then let's go back and see. Let's go back to a definition. So, what is hospice care? Because I was saying earlier, some people think it's the same as nursing homes or assisted living. So let's differentiate all of them. What is hospice care?
Yeah, you go ahead
Yeah.
for the clinical on the clinical.
From the clinic.
Yeah.
So you're the clinical and she's the
Yes,
administrative.
Admin, yes.
But you also do you also understand clinical, though.
Yes, I have to, because sometimes, like, if they have some orders that are like, because I make payments, we make payments, and I don't want to pay for something that we're not supposed to,
Yeah.
right? So
So she has to
we have to
learn.
understand
Okay.
clinical.
So
So
Yeah,
what,
but hospice is basically a team of clinicians and even social worker, we talk chaplain. And what we do is really a holistic approach in taking care of our patients, especially during the latter stage of their, disease process. So that's when hospice comes in. So we take care of the medical aspects to ensure that they're comfortable and safe.
So we have the idea that when somebody's put in hospice care, it's end of life. Is that always true?
So yes and no. I think that's the most challenging thing about hospice. Right? Everybody really shies away from hospice. They're so afraid. Even me. Don't get me wrong. I'm a trained emergency medicine nurse, and so before hospice, all I know about hospice is they're dying. They're about to die. But when I started doing hospice with Connie, it really opened my eyes to what hospice is. I used to say I am an emergency medicine nurse through and through, trauma nurse through and through. You know what? I can finally say, my calling is hospice. It gives you a very different aspect of care. It's not about all technical medical. It really is a holistic approach. And it's not just the patient you're taking care of, it's actually everybody, the family, friends. Sometimes even your staff member will become very engaged with the patients. You get to like see it in action, and then really taking care of the disease process in a holistic approach. So when they get sick, you take care of the interventions medically, but then sometimes there are the dynamics within the family you take care of. So I really, really like that approach where it's not just the medical piece; it's everything.
So do you do the hospice care at a facility or do you do it somewhere
Anywhere.
else? So
Anywhere where our patient is. So sometimes we
Okay.
have patients that are in a facility or in nursing homes. So we get to go and see our patients there. Sometimes they can be in a board and care places. We go see them there.
So you also have your own facility, right?
No. We
So you
provide-
visit them. Okay.
We provide our services wherever the patient is located.
Okay.
So you partner with different facilities.
Yes, we
Yes.
are contracted with a few skilled nursing facilities and with a hospital as well. There's one hospital that we're contracted with just in case our patient needs inpatient care, which means our patient will be staying at the hospital for at least 5 days of his or her life.
Okay, so what is a nursing home then? You mentioned you also see patients in nursing homes. So nursing homes are more for long-term care and not necessarily, I hate to use the term end of life, but but then you could potentially have somebody in the nursing home who could be approaching end of life. That's when you get called in.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
These are basically places that provide long-term services. And depending on what type of facility or what services the patients sign up with, some facilities have they call it independent living, but it's for like certain ages, age group. And then you also have assisted living where there's some sort of nursing services associated with the care.
Right.
So we get called in whenever patients are diagnosed with a terminal diagnosis, and that's when we step in and provide our services.
Okay, so your patients can either be long or short term then,
Yes,
depending on
yes.
their medical
And
condition.
young and old, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we have an association for this care as for old people, but actually
It's anyone.
it's anyone who
with-
is
Anyone with a
injured.
terminal diagnosis,
Yeah.
essentially.
I was going to say
From
terminal.
we serve for Medicare license. We can serve from 18 years old and above.
So 18.
18 and
yes.
above.
Below
Okay.
that, it will be a pediatric hospice.
So there is so you
That's the
under-
worst part that you don't want to enter. You don't want to go through pediatric hospice. That's the hardest part, especially. Yeah, I just
No,
cannot.
I can imagine. I learned something. I didn't know there's a pediatric hospice.
Yes, and it's separate licensing.
That's a different specialty because you're thinking if it's something pediatric, Aren't the parents taking care of the kid?
But if it's terminal,
Yeah. So with pediatric hospice, it's more of us, not like what Maureen said. It's a holistic approach.
Mhm.
With when it comes to pediatric hospice, you're not taking care of the patient. You're mostly taking care of the parents, most likely.
Oh yeah.
Because you're with us. It's more of the support to the family. We have the skilled support.
Mhm.
We have the counseling and non-skilled support. So it's not just focusing on just all skilled services. You have to, that's why hospice is not. I don't think it's for everyone. You have to have really the right heart to have it, like to be able to provide the care.
You
yeah,
have
you said you
to have the heart, the
and
patience,
it's some more.
the empathy,
Compassion,
the compassion.
Yeah.
Oh,
When you say that, okay, then it just came to my mind. Do we as Filipinos have an advantage because we're naturally caring? Do you agree with that?
I think we're naturally nurturing.
Nurturing, okay.
Yeah, so it's
Mhm.
automatic for us to just let me take care and take care of you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's always that family concept, right?
Yes.
It doesn't matter who they are, where they come from, or what they
Mhm,
do. It's that family. That's, I guess, because we're so family centered,
Mhm.
right? Our
Yes.
culture is
The
built
culture,
around
yeah.
family,
Mhm.
or what do you call that when everyone's like helping each other?
Bayanihan.
Bayanihan.
Bayanihan. It's
It
it's the
is-
kapwa
it is-
mentality that we
Mhm.
have.
I think it's like all Filipinos have this natural heart, like to provide this care. Like sometimes like when they apply, some they would ask how much is the rate, but Filipinos, sometimes you won't go through that question first.
Mhm.
They will ask you, what do I need to do? Can I shadow more like
Yeah.
first, and they will like go with Maureen, see patients, even without pay, and they will see if it's something that they want to do.
Mm.
And then they won't even ask if how much are they gonna make. But
So
for
they-
some, they ask first, like how much is it, like that.
So your training, you provide training. Sounds like you're
course,
providing
yes.
training.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What we try to do now is any clinical nurses that are interested, we give them the opportunity to see what we do first,
Okay.
because it really is different, and you really have to put some investment. And if it's not what you wanted to do, then I don't want to waste anyone's time,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Because we're dealing with people that are probably needing support more than ever from anyone.
Mhm.
So what we typically do is when we invite them and ask them, if you're interested, you can come with me and see for yourself,
Mhm.
and then you let me know if this is what you want.
It's a realistic
Right.
job preview right there. So how many different types of personnel do you have? I know you have clinical, you have non-clinical as well. Can you give a quick run through of what types of
So we have
employees work with you?
we have registered nurses that work under us, and then we have a health aide.
Mhm.
We also have volunteers. We have nurse practitioners. We also partner with other clinical modalities such as speech therapy, PT, OT,
Mhm.
depending on what the needs are. We
Okay.
also have a social worker in the house, a chaplain in the house,
Medical
yes,
director,
medical director.
two doctors. We actually have two doctors with us, and we're very thankful.
And nurse practitioner.
Mhm. And two
Yeah.
nurse practitioners.
Yeah,
too.
we already mentioned Brandon
Yes.
Mhm.
and then Noe.
Yes.
So
Um,
being in this type of job is an advantage for Filipinos because we have this network of Filipino caregivers and all
Mm.
the specialized training.
A lot of families, like whatever like ethnicity they're from, they would sometimes request like, do you have a Filipino nurse, or do you have a Filipino aide? Like, even though they're not Filipino,
Mhm.
they would ask for Filipino staffing. So that's why we try our best, because it's so hard to find a Filipino hospice aide. It's really hard because there's not a lot here that goes
Right.
up.
You want to volunteer?
Hey, boing!
Mhm.
So okay, walk us through how does somebody avail of your services? Do they just call you, and then what's the process?
So we do have our marketing and sales department that takes care of that. So if they have any question regarding the services that we provide, then we can direct them to our marketing, so they're more of a community license. They can provide all the information needed, any questions that they may have for the services, then they can provide any they will try their best to provide all the answers that they need.
Okay, so they just, if somebody were to start looking for hospice care, they can just call your number or email you. And I think we have that on the screen, right? We have the phone number and email address, so you'll see it. There it is, Amor Hospice Care.
And their address is at 8303 Southwest Freeway in Houston, Texas, 77074.
And is that a cell phone number or is that a landline?
It's an office number, but it can receive text and calls, and then for fax, it's a
you were talking about that you still get faxes.
We do.
Yes, we do.
Unfortunately,
Because
we do.
hospitals still send fax.
Clinicals,
for clinicals.
And then it's Amor at amorhospicecare.com is their email address.
Yes.
And there it is on the screen too.
It's on the screen.
So do we want to take a break and then continue?
Yes.
And let's go ahead and take a quick break and we'll be right back.
For divorce and family law in Texas, Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC will guide you every step of the way.
From initial consultation to detailed review of your case and strategic planning.
We'll sit with you during negotiations or mediations, and represent you in court.
Whether it is a family law, estate planning, or immigration, we will be there to guide through the final steps.
So, leave your legal matters behind you and embrace your future.
You can contact Liggett Dizon Law Firm PC at 346-5454-346 or visit dizonlawfirm.com.
That's 40.
See? We got caught in
We got
action.
caught in the act again. We because it's a live show, so you have to be prepared for anything. So we were talking about Amor Hospice Care, and anything else you want our viewers to know about hospice care in general, because like we were talking earlier, there's so many misconceptions about hospice care.
Lalo
So
na mga Pilipino, takot sila kasi they think na kapag ka na hospice kami ang maggaganon. No, that's why we have to really.
You're not licensed to do that yet.
That's why we really have to.
And if we do that, then we won't
explain.
be.
Kasi sometimes we have patients with us that's been with us with our service for 2 years now. So it's not because they're in hospice it means that they're gonna die or we're gonna enhance end of life. But it's just us providing comfort. Like our team, I'm very proud of our team, Maureen's team. Because we only have like a few nurses with us, but we're growing. But they're very good. I really like everyone that we have with our team right now.
Quality over quantity.
Yes,
That's better.
yeah, and so Amor Hospice Care. Where am I going with this?
Aside from hospice and other care that you
So is there something?
Are there any additional services?
Is this part of Amor Hospice Care? What we want to bring up now?
And we're branching out.
So you have a different initiative.
Yeah.
So is this a different company?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Oh,
So let's go and talk about it.
would that start with the letter A too?
No.
No, it's W, weight management.
Okay,
So
that's a big deal right now. So
Yes.
so I think you're doing the right thing because everybody's into weight management.
Yeah,
So
because before when you saw me at my worst because I had my surgery,
Yes.
my back surgery,
Mhm.
and I couldn't do anything. I blew up just like that. From I don't know what weight. I was big already and then became bigger. I was at my 190 was my heaviest, 190 pounds. And then I said, I've been spending too much on stuff that I don't even need. Then I think it's time for me to start investing money on myself too because I'm getting older. So I tried going to the gym, but gym is not working out because my time at the work is not giving me time to go to the gym. So when I started this weight loss journey last year, February 2024, I lost 75 pounds. It's like a whole nother person.
I didn't recognize you when I saw you next.
So I was able to, manage
So-
that for 1 year.
Okay, so what do you do in this weight loss company that you just set up?
So it's
So it's separate from Amor,
GLP,
right?
It is
yes,
separate,
it's separate.
GLP-1.
GLP-1, but we do have a registered nurse in our team again. We do have a doctor again in our team and our nurse practitioner. So we don't just, give you medication. We provide you an advice. Our medical director and our nurse practitioner tells you if it's something that would be safe for you.
So you evaluate the people
Yes,
first. You
we
don't
do.
just give them whatever.
We just
And
don't give whatever.
so
yeah.
going back to what you were saying, it's another holistic approach.
Mhm.
So what kind of weight loss program do you have? What GLP-1 do you carry? I'm
So
curious.
it's semaglutide and tirzepatide, compounded, both compounded.
Compounded. Okay.
So we do have our pharmacy that compounds, that's licensed to compound that those two.
So you also have a contract with an independent pharmacy
Correct.
that
Yes.
does the.
That's correct.
See?
So it's not a commercially available one because you said it's compounded.
Yes,
Yes.
but if you want, because like I myself, I started using when I first started, I was paying 1,500 a month for the original branded medication,
Mhm.
and I said, do I pay 1,500 or do I pay the copay for my husband's diabetes medication? Like, which one do I choose? Of course,
Mhm.
my priority is my husband's
Of
health.
course.
Right. So I stopped. And then I found this pharmacy, and it was, not as cheap as right now. Before it was more expensive when I first started it.
Okay.
So before we started it, we well, obviously she tested it, and she think it's safe.
Mhm.
So we don't really subscribe to anything, or at least recommend something that we don't believe in,
Mhm.
right? So we really are very passionate about what we do, and so same with Amor, especially with weight loss MD, it's the same principle.
So do you apply the holistic approach for those taking the GLP-1 meds? Like help them with their diet or
Mhm.
exercise?
Yeah.
Most of the time we give advice, right?
Okay.
Or if they need someone to take that, at least an expert that can give them the advice that they want or they need, or answers the questions that they have, then we are available for
Because
them.
what I've read about it is you don't just inject yourself or take that medication. You also have to have a healthy diet. You have to
You know what?
exercise.
Even though you want
Absolutely.
to eat junk food, sometimes my body rejects the junk food.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, like I feel so bloated that you would like be scared again for the next time, and you won't want to. You wouldn't want to eat another junk food.
Well, that could also be because of your lifestyle change. Your
Yeah.
body's no
Mhm.
longer used to
Mhm.
eating the junk food.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teaching involved.
You'd rather
Yeah.
eat fruits with fiber, and it'll help you.
So what's the name of this company again?
Weight management, MD.
Weight Management MD, and we don't have the phone number for it, but we'll include it later on.
Mhm.
We'll put it in our scrolling on the screen
Well,
or
if you call
somewhere.
Amor Hospice,
Yes.
There, yeah.
Yes, that's the.
One funny
Sometimes
story.
someone's picking up medication, and then they said, "Is this the right address? 'Cause it
Yes,
says
hospice care."
outside." I said,
What,
"Yes."
what we should have done was you should have had a picture of you before and after.
Well, I should have provided that
Marketing material.
we will.
Right.
Okay, that would be another.
That's a different show. Let's do a different show.
Because
On weight
Noe,
management.
you can interview Noe because he most of the time he does the consultation.
Oh, okay.
He comes
Okay.
across a lot of patients, a lot of questions, and what advice he gives for a patient.
Okay, we're going to put Noe on the spot. Noe Espinosa, we're putting you on the spot. We are going to get you as a guest because you will be talking about how to start going on a weight loss program.
No chicharon for you, no.
So you're not only providing the service, you benefited from the service.
Yes.
So that's the best marketing you can.
Exactly. We don't sell something we don't believe in.
What's the saying? What's the saying? Do as I say, not as I do. But in your case, do as you do.
Mhm.
Show and tell material.
Because I don't feed anyone for something that I cannot even put in my own mouth. That's what
Right.
that I always put in my mind.
Yeah. So anything else you want to add to So phone number, we use the
They can
Amor
contact
number.
the Amor Hospice.
Okay, we've been so engrossed in this conversation. We
Oh.
have some comments.
There's a comment. Okay.
And it's from Attorney Eileen. It says, "Hi, Connie and Maureen. Welcome Amor Hospice to the BizTalk and Lawin Media."
Lawin Media Network.
Hello.
Hi. Oh,
Oh,
Cherry.
Cherry.
Cherry
and Alon Nicolas.
Nicolas.
I'm so proud to be part of Amor Hospice Care.
Well, I'm proud to know them too because I was there from the beginning. I was
And
Oh, si Kuya Flo.
Tito
The-
Flor says, "Welcome, Connie and Maureen. Looks like you really made inroads in the industry."
Yes, they have.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
And
Enteng.
hello.
Oh,
Thank.
Enteng. Kumusta ka na? Hello, Connie, JC, Baldueza, Maureen Ramos, Kuya Bobby Reyes, and Tita Tess.
Hey, hey.
Nadamay tayo.
Oo nga eh.
Thanks to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this has really been an interesting
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
And we wish we had more time.
And we will touch on the weight loss management program on our next
Yeah, we'll do that on our next
on
show.
our next show.
Absolutely.
And we'll bring Noe. We'll bring anybody you want us to bring.
Yeah.
So any closing remarks from you guys?
Thank you for like all the support, especially from you guys. From
Oh,
And
and
for the opportunity.
Oh,
Yes.
and Amor Hospice Care is a proud member of Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Texas.
Yes.
So we've been
since
your
when?
partner.
2020.
2021.
One or two, I think.
Because Connie and I met at the Rotary House.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
We
Rotary.
exchanged documentation. She
Yeah.
gave me the application form and the check, and we were all in PPE because that was the height
That
of.
was COVID. Yeah.
I was marketing at the Rotary Bridge,
Yes, yes.
and
So-
then you keep passing by there.
So for our audiences,
Mhm.
this show highlights the businesses that are partners of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Texas. And we are from the greater Houston area. We have 4 other regions, but this program is done here in Houston.
Mhm.
So
Live.
if you want to be included in this program, come join us.
And just contact us to our Facebook page.
Mhm.
Send a message. We'll schedule you to be a guest, but you have to be a member because
And,
we're here to showcase our members.
and this is brought to you by PACC, of course, and Lawin Media.
Media Network. And so we come to the end of another show.
Oh my
These
God,
things
yes.
go by so quickly, and it's just thank you, Connie and Maureen.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
for
you.
having us.
And we
it's-
also want to thank your driver, Lee.
he's behind the scenes.
He's behind the scene.
He doesn't want to be on camera. I don't know why. But
So thank you very much for all our audiences. Maraming salamat po.
magandang gabi, magandang umaga, and we will see you next time. And again, this is the BizTalk. I'm Bobby Reyes,
And I am Manay Tess. Diyos mabalos po sa Indugapos.
Connie Baldueza, and
Maureen
Maureen
Ramos.
Ramos. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.